Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for The Loop, which is one of the newest games by Pandasaurus, and a game I picked up on Gen Con this year, and this one, funny enough, was a game that I had kind of stayed away from just because I really knew nothing about it. I saw the cover and I'm like, oh, that's probably for kids, which is what happens whenever you just kind of judge a book by its cover. But man, I really like this game. I very much enjoy the way everything works here, and it is a hard co-op.
Yeah.
Like, this one is brutal, just because it does rely on luck quite a few times. But I think for me, it's like just enough luck that you can kind of mitigate it. It has kind of that pandemic feel of the cubes, exploding, and so you kind of rush to those areas to make sure they don't explode. But even then, you can still kind of get screwed over.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time you and I played this, it was kind of like it felt overbearingly hard. And I made the comment of, I'd rather have a cooperative game be too hard than too easy. Because at least if you lose a lot, that's replayability, really. Right. And if it's too easy, it's like, okay, well, now I'm done.
Yep, I crushed the game, I'm done.
Yep. So, that was one of the first things I wanted to mention. Devin, what do you think of The Loop?
The Loop, yeah, it's grown on me a little. It's, a campaign story game that I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'd come back to that.
Yeah?
Yeah, this one's not too bad. It's pleasant, easy to digest, I'd say. Maybe a little too, I don't know, sometimes the cubes can come out shitty.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah. And there is really nothing you can do about that.
I like how it gets a little predictable. Like, you can predict some mitigation there. It's like, okay, so we know this one's not getting drawn again. We can heal up over here.
Yeah.
Like, the last card, you always know what it's going to be. So that's nice.
Yeah.
The random abilities, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
The looping mechanisms.
Yes, that is a really cool mechanism in the game.
Yeah, just really increase your efficiency, which it totally anticipates you doing. It's like, brother, you better loop.
Yeah, you better start getting, same symbols. You have a theme. Your characters kind of have a theme on what they do based off the symbols of the cards that are in their starting deck. It's slight deck building, which I think is really cool, but you're not inherently going to get anything unless you're doing well or planning. Oh, I really want this card. This could be great in my deck. I guess I'll end my turn there. But you have to weigh those options. Should I end there, or should I try to be somewhere that, end my turn to help a mission or something?
Yeah.
You mentioned the thing that I really like about this game as well is the predictability. The fact that as cards come out, yes, whenever there's a new cycle, it's like, oh god, it could be any of them, and 4 of them suck. So let's hope it's not one of those, and it may not be, or most likely will be. But as the game goes on, it's really rough in the beginning, but then kind of gets easier through time, because as we are thematically foiling his plans. He still has a bunch of clones out, but it's like, okay, well, we can ignore green because we can just push them all into green, because we have 6 turns before it goes off again. And I very much enjoy that. If it was just if this was just a deck of, each of these eras had 3 cards in it, that would just be, obscene, because you would never be like, oh, we don't know what it is. So very much like that. And I do like the fact that it does get progressively harder, but the decks stay the same. More clones come out, but their clones are randomized. Some of them will start off on the opposite of where they need to go. Some of them will start right next to it.
Right.
So I think they balance it out pretty well. Yeah, so it's like, oh, this one is, so it needs to go right here. But some, like the Renaissance one, he needs to get all the way to red. And you can build your deck out in a certain way. Like, I kind of built, I don't know how I built, man. I was very support in this one. I was kind of setting up a bunch of energy and kind of just getting things ready for you to come in and really just sweep on rifts. I had very few ways of actually getting rid of rifts, which can be difficult because it's like everything's hectic on your turn, and then it's like, oh god, okay, now it's your turn. All right, have fun.
Yeah.
Go at it. So, what do you think of the big thing is the looping. What do you think of the looping?
It's pretty It's a really neat mechanic. That I feel like the symbols kind of dictate how you're going to build your deck. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't feel like any particular symbol has more of a theme and like effect.
No,
it
not
just
really.
seems to be, you want similar symbols as much as you can get. So I was trying to. That was essentially how I built. I wasn't so focused on the ability itself as the efficiency given to me by having similar symbols. But I still throw a lot of mix-em-ups anyway.
Yeah. That's interesting because it's like some of mine, for example, it's like, yeah, I had a lot of spirals and I took them because you thinned out your deck a little bit quicker. But it's like, even if I did that, I had ways to loop, but it's like, okay, I can keep adding energy. So, yeah, you kind of, it's very light deck building. Like, you're not ever going to have a bam, like this is my engine. But still, you can kind of, I go for effects. And just hope the symbols kind of match.
Yeah.
Like whenever I draw them.
That's really all you can do. I mean, there's only so many that come out, and then so many get thinned out just from the vortexes.
Yeah.
It's cool that the missions gift you a few.
Yeah.
And it seems like the deck cards are significantly more powerful than our starting cards.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is, I guess how any deck builder should begin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting because it's like missions are like they're random, and where they're at, they're random. There's, I think, 10 in the game, and 7 of them are out at any given time. But you can do them relatively whenever. Like, some of them are just, hey, do this anywhere on the board. But to complete it, you have to end your turn at that spot.
Yeah.
Which is different than a lot of games where it's like, oh, yay, we did it. But nope, you have to, oh, fuck, we did that. But have to wait till your turn to end there.
Yep.
So it's pretty rough. This game is very, very hard, and I think the cubes they're kind of like dice. Like dice happen. It's like, oh, if we don't roll a 1 or 1 to a 2, we'll keep going, and then you roll a 1, and it's like, okay, like that's all you can do. But in this, it's kind of like, okay, what are our options? It can go in one of 2 ways. Let's see if we can mitigate it as much as possible and hope it gets drawn. And then, okay, as long as 3 don't go to one location, and they did. Which can feel kind of anticlimactic, especially if you work so hard, your cards are coming out right, you're playing really well, you finally complete some missions, and you're like, okay,
just dump 4 cubes in one location.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, I see. All right, I guess we lost, And I don't know if there's a way they can fix that. That's just kind of what can happen. Because there's not really any tension. The tension comes from drawing the card. It's like, man, please don't be green. Like, please don't be red. Please don't be red. Fuck, it's red. Ugh, okay. If it doesn't do this, but then it does that, and then you're like, we lost.
We lost. Yeah,
that's that. Okay. But it's pretty quick to set up. The game is kind of long. It's about in this one it was about almost 2 hours.
Damn. But we did like pause and think quite a bit.
Yes.
It's very much a pause and think kind of game.
Absolutely. Especially whenever you're trying to combo, and then you're trying to combo with energy, combo with looping, and then potentially comboing with each other with certain abilities. But I also like the variety in this game. Like, the first one we did was just called Sabotage, which your goal is to, I think, just complete 4 missions.
Oh, okay.
So that's all you're trying to do is complete 4 missions, nothing special. I did like the Saiyan Super Clones. I thought that was a really interesting, very simple variety. Hey, these are just like clones, but if you kill them, well, you get this cool perpetual energy.
Yeah.
Which is, I like that it's that, but whenever we first played that mission, we're like, let's kill them all immediately. And then got overrun.
Yeah.
It was like, oh no. So, and then you have the special abilities of your character that I think isn't necessarily... I like how everyone has special abilities. And they do vary from complexity to complexity. You played him last time, and then you've played V-Girl. I've played him now, and Robo Finisher. What do you think? What do you think of the characters?
Oh, yeah. I remember him being pretty simple. It was very nice to just move anywhere. It's like, okay, I could kind of build however I want.
Yeah.
And at the time your character was going very kill heavy. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
repair, support. And he just does that the best because it's just his true ability.
True.
Hers was weird. I have huge variability depending on what the last destroyed card was.
Yeah.
And I can do that with return. And then she had a lot of starting cards that let her destroy cards, so she could mix it up and then move, and then
Thin your deck out really well. Yeah.
I forget which card it was that let me destroy one, and then I got to move there, and then that just synchronized well with her innate.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was definitely a little weird.
Yeah.
She had a little bit of each symbol.
Yeah. I like the variety because like the purple one, she. The more she killed, the more rifts she got to remove. So she was big on killing clones. What was it? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say it on here, but it says it right here. So yep, she. Starting with the second clone you destroy on your turn, each time you destroy a clone in any era, either add 1 energy or remove 1 clone there. But she's balanced because she starts with 3 black holes.
Oh, damn.
So she can't loop as efficiently. We have Mr. Time. Once per turn during your action phase, you may move another agent 1 era. And then Time Prowler. During your Faux phase, after dropping cubes into the machine, choose one that was dropped and remove it.
Nice.
And she's low complexity. So, a lot of really cool abilities, but not like super broken, but very helpful and essential. That combos with the way you build your deck. This one's solid. There's a lot of variety. There's multiple missions. Well, multiple overall missions. Because you have the Sabotage, then you have Super Saiyan Super Clones, you have Laser Centrifuges, and you have Ultra Machina. So you have 4, but each one you can play on higher difficulties. Like the one we did was...
Play the month.
Yeah, we did Employee of the Month. And then Employee of the Year is you draw 4 Super Clones. And you use Mega Vortexes. And then in Employee of Eternity, you draw 5. And use Mega. And how these come out is like you reveal one, and it's red. Like if it's this one's red, it starts 1 space away. So then you draw another one, and it starts 2 spaces away. And you draw another one, and it's 3 spaces away, like from its origin era. So if we draw a 4th one, okay, then it's 4 spaces away, and it's just like it increases like that. So they're always
when you pop them, it's like 4 clones. Jesus.
Yep.
That's nasty.
If you kill your 5th clone, you add 5 to that spot.
Christ.
It's and then use Mega Vortexes, which are the fact no one can just go there except for her.
Yeah.
So if it pops, it's just like, oh, okay, no one can move here.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I feel like those are one of those things where, we're gonna do Employee of Eternity. We're playing with max people. That's the only way. I cannot see 2 players managing any of that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the game.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to see an expansion, more missions, like more variety. Honestly, like it's extremely colorful. More characters would be awesome. Pretty much just a variety pack.
Yeah.
Because you also have like.
Do they have it set where it's like each character's from a different era?
I think so. Yeah, we have Robo Finisher from the future. Mr. Time is from Renaissance.
Okay.
Time Prowler is from Modern. Then we have Kritzek from whatever, from the
Industrial.
Industrial. So the only one we don't have is anyone from
The Apocalypse.
the Apocalypse and from Medieval.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, there's only 5. So who knows? Maybe more expansions, or I don't know if this was Kickstarter, so it's probably a Kickstarter thing if it was. But yeah, the game's also extremely whimsical because one, you have these stickers. Well, these were a promo thing because you take stickers for who you used. So like, and in the inside of the box, they have like checklists, like Sabotage. We did that on Employee of the Month. Then we did Saiyan, so we did that. So you just kind of mark it. And it's pretty neat. Reasons for promotion: winning before the 2nd cycle ends, on the 3rd cycle's last card, damage 2 missions and 1 action. Oh, those will work. Destroy 7 clones in a turn.
Nice.
Reasons for firing if we lose. So, before the first cycle ends, which we definitely would do. So this is fun. Yeah. I just think this game's extremely whimsical with its theme. So yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, thank you.
You have anything else that you wanted to bring up?
No, I think we're solid.
Cool. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10.
It feels good. I'm gonna give it an 8.
8? Yeah.
8.
Yeah. I think I'm also gonna give it an 8.
Can do 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoy this game. And it's super hard. Mm-hmm. So, which I do enjoy the challenge. So yeah, that's our thoughts on The Loop. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.